Shalom. This is Rabbi Mark Hillel Kunis and my Taste of Torah for Parsha Bamidbar 5780. Friday. The 28th day of the Jewish month of Iyar is the newest holy day in our calendar, Yom Yerushalayim. It's the anniversary of that dramatic day in 1967 when Israel captured the old city of Jerusalem, held illegally by the Jordanians after the War of Independence. I'll never forget the chills that went down my spine when I heard the words of an Israeli army officer shout, Har Habayit Biyadenu, the Temple Mount is in our hands. And Rav Shlomo Goren, the chief rabbi of the Israeli army at the Kotel, the Western Wall, a place where Jews were forbidden to go for hundreds of years, sounding the shofar. Surely no Jew who was alive on that day will ever forget the euphoria, the excitement, the hope. Sadly, many Jews have forgotten today how truly special Jerusalem is. Jerusalem is the place where the Shekhinah, the very presence of God, has dwelt since King Solomon built the first holy temple. It's a place even today of many miracles. Some I have personally experienced. You can feel it when you go there. It's the place where one has a special intimacy with God. I'll let King David explain it. In Psalm 122, David looks at this city which is so precious, so beautiful to him, and calls it Yerushalayim Habenuyah, the built-up Jerusalem. Ki'ir shechavu la yachtav. It is a city that is united, yachtav, united together. Let me show you how powerful this verse is with a commentary taught to me by my mentor, Rabbi Benjamin Blech. He asks, why is there such a powerful bond between the Jew and Jerusalem? Yes, it was the capital city of King David and his ancestors. Yes, it is the site of the Temple Mount and the Kotel of the Holy Temple. But it's much more than a historical connection. It's about the closeness, the friendship, if I can use that word, of God and his people. What is the Hebrew word for friend? Bill Clinton taught this to the world as he called Yitzhak Rabin in his eulogy, my chaver. But there's a stronger term for friend than chaver. It is yedid. And it is spelled Yud Dalid, Yud Dalid. I wrote that out for you, and I'll try to show you. Yud Dalid, Yud Dalid. A doubling of the word Yad, Yud Dalid. Yud Dalid is a word, Yad, which means hand. So Yedid is Yudalid and Yudalid, hand in hand. What is true friendship? I stretch out my hand to you and you stretch out your hand to me. A doubling of hands, the doubling of the Yudalid, which forms the word Yedid, friend. It's fascinating to note that if you compute the gematria, the numerical value of the word Yedid, you come up with well, the Yud is the 10th letter of the alphabet. The Dalet is the 4th. The Yud is 10 and Dalet is 4. Comes up with 28 is the numerical gematria number of the word Yedid. When friends come together, when a Jew comes together hand in hand with another Jew, that is koach. Koach, because the word koach has a gematria. Kaf is 20, Chet is 8, Koach is 28. So when friends come together, when a Jew comes together hand in hand with another Jew, that is Koach. That is the strength of the Jewish people. Let's go deeper. God says to us, you want me to extend my hand to you? You extend your hand to me, and then we'll meet. Yad b'yad. Hand in hand between two Jews or between the Jew and God. That's why 28 is such a powerful number. It is Yedid, the meeting of two hands. What does this have to do with Jerusalem? The Hebrew word for coming together in this verse is yachtav. Where does the Jew and God come together? On the deepest level, it has always been in Jerusalem. And that's why David describes Jerusalem as Ke'ir Shechabala Yachtav, a city that is united Yachtav together. The power of Jerusalem is that it is a city that brings together people, a city that brings together people and God. That's why every major religion recognizes the holiness of Jerusalem as a place to come closer to God. That's why it has the holiest churches, the holiest mosques, the holiest synagogues. Yachtav together has a special abbreviated spelling in this verse. Yachtav, without a yud between the last and the next to last letters. Yachtav, together. Yud is 10, Chet is 8, Dalet is 4, and Vav is 6, giving us a gematria of how much? You guessed it, 28. Let's go even deeper. What is the date of Yom Yerushalayim? The reunification of Jerusalem had to happen according to Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, on a very special date. Long ago, we knew it was foretold that it would be in the month of Iyar, a month where remarkable things would take place. As it turns out, the independence of the state of Israel happened on the 5th day of Iyar. Yom Yerushalayim, the day of the reunification of Jerusalem, that meeting of God and man that is called Yachtav, is what day in Iyar? You guessed it, the 28th. And that is remarkable. Why has Jerusalem been fought over for many thousands of years? Why have so many religions claimed it to be their own? Because Jerusalem's spiritual power is evident to all who have been there. The hope is that it will become the spiritual center of the world, that it will be Ircha, God's special city, that brings the people of the world hand in hand towards each other and hand in hand to God. May it happen speedily in our time. Amen. Have a great Shabbos.